Hello, everybody. What's going on? My name's Tay, and I'm coming at you guys from small town Burley, Idaho. And today I want to share with you my story of being gang stalked back in 2022. I find it vital and super important to share my story with the world so other people who are going through a similar experience can, one, learn and recognize what is really happening to them, realize why it's happening to them, and then see that there is hope and a light at the end of the tunnel. This does not last forever. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and dive into my story. So I want to start by saying that I did not know that evil could exist in the human race in such a demonic way until I experienced gang stalking. It was terrifying. It was brutal. It was relentless. And it seemed like it was never going to freaking end. The feelings of confusion and the pain of betrayal was ultimately the hardest part for me to understand and accept before I was able to propel myself forward and get myself out of that. Okay, so back in 2022, I was locked in a relapse on methamphetamine. I relapsed after having 2.5 years clean and sober. And in this relapse, the people that I loved most in this world, the people that I looked at as family, my kid's dad, his parents, that was my family. Those were people I loved and people that I trusted. But I was cheated on, a baby was made, and then these people recruited people, they smeared my name, they lied on me, and they recruited a massive group of people to try and bully me into unaliving myself. That was their ultimate goal. At the very least, these people wanted me to be institutionalized into a crazy home or something. They wanted to get rid of me, and for good. Okay? I did nothing to deserve any of this shit. I want to lay that out here first and foremost. I did nothing to deserve this. Nothing. So understanding why they were doing it to me was a huge waste of time. Why are they doing this to me? Why? I asked this question over and over again for so freaking long, and I wasted so much time and energy on something that wasn't going to change my current circumstance. Excuse me. So if you're somebody that's going through this, getting the answer as to why it's happening to you isn't going to help you get out of it. Don't waste time. Don't waste energy. Okay. So with that being said, let's talk about my experience. Okay. I was targeted. That was the first step in my gang stalking. I was targeted. I had traumatic experiences inflicted on me intentionally. I was drugged in a bar. I was sexually assaulted. These were things that were intentionally done to me to inflict trauma that would help prepare the psychological aspect of things. Okay. So I was drugged at a bar. I was sexually assaulted. But I really started noticing something was wrong back in May. Okay. Back in May on Memorial Day weekend, I think it's Memorial Day in May, right? Memorial weekend, I got into an altercation with my kid's dad at home, and I was going to go back to work, and my kids flipped on me out of nowhere. My daughter started saying she didn't want to go with me because I beat her, and just like all of this shit that wasn't true. And I realized that my kid's dad was actually recording all of this as all of these lies were being told for the camera, right? And that was the first time where I felt ultimately confused. Like, why are they doing this to me? Why is this happening? Why are they saying this to me, right? So after this happened, I went back to work, and all of these people followed me to work. All of these cars started following me from my block. At least 15 different cars were following me. They followed me into my job. I never even ended up completing my task at work. Okay. They followed me when I left. I thought they were going to kill me. I literally thought I was going to be killed. Okay, they had somebody take my purse out of my vehicle, and then they dropped my purse off at my house, and I found it the next day. They gaslit the shit out of me. They fucked with me so bad, and there were so many people working together that nobody believed me. Nobody believed anything that I was saying, and everybody really thought I just had lost my shit. Okay, they hacked my phone. They took my phone. My kid's dad knew my password, so it's not like they hacked an iPhone. He knew my password. They installed spyware on my phone, and for months I had no privacy. No privacy. They had every phone call, text message, social media account monitored, and they used the social media accounts to pay off my friends. Okay, so like I said, I was in an active addiction. I was in a relapse, and they paid off my dealers. They paid people to record me doing, using, selling, and they ended up turning every friend against me. Every friend. Okay, in all reality, all they did was pluck every toxic person out of my life, which to this day I'm extremely thankful for. But they hacked my stuff. They used my social media to pay off all of my friends, and for months, this went on that I knew about actively from May to January. Relentless every single day. I had 24/7 surveillance. The recruiting went clear down to my employees. I ran the bakery at our local grocery store. I was a department manager, and my very own employees were recruited gang stalkers. That's how deep this shit went. This is how deep it went and how far they actually went. They terrorized me nightly with video footage of people doing the dirty. They planted microphones in my house and used this video footage to make me think that people were in my home who weren't. And they were talking into microphones to make me hear people in the house. And they watched me on hidden cameras in my home, going nuts trying to find people that weren't fucking here. They stole my stuff. They would hide my things from me. My daughter's phone was stolen for months. They were relentless, and they did not let off of me. It was actually a pure obsession. A pure obsession. The street theater was a common thing, where they would send people to public locations to act. I dealt with the street theater quite a few times. They would send people into the grocery store when I would go grocery shopping. People would block me in the aisles, just be extremely rude. When I would take my kids to school, they would all come out and go to the school, and I'd have 15 cars in front of me that weren't dropping off students. And they did this to try and make me run late, to put me in a place of frustration. And for months and months, I operated out of fear. I was afraid. I really thought these people were going to take my life until I was informed of what was actually happening to me. And I got on TikTok and I Googled it, and I got on TikTok and I researched it and found out what gang stalking was, who it happens to, why it happened. And it all made sense to me after that. Okay. So what gang stalking is it's a demonic attack. It is straight from demons and the devil that manifests in the 3D realm. And the targeted individuals are actually the anointed. Okay? They are God's chosen ones. And these people, these demons, are working through human beings trying to destroy these people so they cannot serve out the purpose that God anointed them to serve. Okay, so what you will realize when you come across a targeted individual is that they have a different kind of strength. These people survive things that these gang stalkers are guaranteeing will bury people. Because if the gang stalkers were to experience this, there's no way they could survive it, right? They're projecting their own insecurities onto this other person, but a chosen one, they're built different. They've got a different kind of strength. And I was relentless. Every person in my life who I loved and trusted tried to convince me to check myself into a crazy hole. And I never wavered from my gut feeling. I know these people are fucking with me. I just don't know why, and I don't know how they're doing it. The things that people will do for $20 in the world of addiction is insane. Literally, absolutely insane and disgusting. $20 to try and make somebody go crazy and off themselves is something an addict is openly willing to do. Anything for $20. It was absolutely insane. So, like I said, this was relentless. They planted cameras in my house. I had 24/7 surveillance. They hacked my phone. They stole from me. They gaslit me. They broke into my car. They helped themselves into my home. They kidnapped my fucking dog. They kidnapped my dog multiple times. They called CPS on me relentlessly, trying to get my children taken away. It was just nonstop chaos for me for months and months and months. And how I broke free from this was I said on New Year's Day, I'm done getting high, because it is the only thing that these people have to destroy my credibility. No more drugs. No more. I am done. And I held firm. I stood on that, and everything went away. And back to what I said about chosen ones having a different kind of strength. I don't know one addict that can quit on their own, really in general, let alone quit on their own in middle of that kind of fucking nightmare. And I stopped. I had no withdrawals, no nothing, no cravings, no nothing. And everything stopped. I started sharing my story. I started standing in my truth. And these people, it like flipped. And karma started happening to these people. They were now the ones in conflict. They're now the ones in chaos. They're now the ones in despair and heartbreak. They're now the ones experiencing all of the pain and trauma that I went through on a daily basis for months. My very own children were used in the demise of their mother. These people did not give a crap about anybody but their own ego. And these people were obsessed with trying to destroy me. My children were exposed to sexual stuff with their very own dad. They were forced to listen to it. They were forced to see it in videos. And then they were forced to lie to their mom. They were forced to lie to me. My daughter was told to hit me so that they could get a reaction out of me and try and get my kids taken away for child abuse. I left with a domestic violence shelter. I was supposed to be in protective custody. I told the cops, I'm being gang stalked. They're going to follow me. Of course, they followed me. The cops didn't believe me. They snuck microphones into my hotel room with my kids to try and make me think people were in the hotel room. And I found the microphone. And I heard somebody talking to the microphone, and that's how I figured out what they were doing. And they told my daughter to hit me through this microphone, and she did it. And she did it. And I want to remind you, this was their family. Their very own family put my children in a position where they felt like they had to choose between them and their very own mother. They were bribed. They were put in a very toxic situation by people who loved them, who they thought loved them. And it was brutal. So, fortunately, I'm tough. I made it through. I put the dope down. I got my credibility back. I'm standing in my truth. I'm speaking on my experience. I really don't care who believes me or who doesn't. I'm not here to defend myself. I'm here speaking for the next person out there going through this experience, so they know that they're not crazy, they're not alone, and so that they know that this does end. Now I'm not so much getting followed in the physical, I'm just cyber stalked. I'm cyber stalked, they're watching my every move online, but these people are not on their pedestal anymore. These people are now having to watch me rise above all of the brutal shit that they did to me as their karma. I am walking karma. That is what I am. So if you guys have any questions on this at all, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm going to upload this video to my YouTube so you can reference back to it. I want to speak up through my experiences. So ask your questions. I will make video content surrounded by this. I just want to bring awareness to what gang stalking is, who it happens to, how to get out of it. And I just want to be the light for people who are lost in the very same darkness that I made it out of. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to end this here. But like I said, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment box below and I will get them answered. Have a great day. I love you all so much and I'll see you guys next time.